the love square was never reversed. And I'm going to tell you why. There are many problems with how the love square was reversed. They did it very wrong. And today, I'm going to be giving you 5 reasons why the love square was never reversed. Reason 1, Adrian's feelings came out of nowhere. Adrian in season 5 was completely in love with Marinette. And if you guys remember correctly, which I'm sure you do, Adrian through season 1 through 4 was Adrian's just a friend. And if you guys are about to bring up the New York special, that was still just a friend. He was just making her a more special friend, which counts, like it's progress, but that was a big jump from, he would say, a friend like you. Like, I never had a friend like you. I wouldn't mind being stuck somewhere with a friend like you. And that is progress. But again, it is a big jump from that to, oh my gosh, I'm in love with this girl. Now, there are reasons why it wasn't sudden. Like, in season 4, there was one scene where he was looking at Marinette and laughing. And that's cute. Like, that's progress. That was crush. But throughout season 4, like, season 4 was hardly Adrianette. It was more Lady Noir, or like the downfall of Lady Noir. And like the end of season 4, even when Adrian held her hand, it was so just out of nowhere. Like, yes, his feelings were getting stronger and they were really good friends, but close enough friends to hold hands like that. And then in the next season, to him just being straight up in love with her, it was very out of nowhere. So yes, Adrian's feelings were very, very sudden. Reason number 2 why the love square was never reversed. And this is my strongest point, and I will stand by this. I will. Marinette never loved Cat Noir. Now, I know you Lady Noir fans and Mary Chat fans are about to come for me. And trust, I'm a Mary Chat fan. But I stand by this. Marinette never loved Cat Noir. And here's why. 1, she thought the reason she was so jumbled and Felix got the miraculous was because she was so in love with Adrian, which was part of it, but that wasn't like the complete reason. There was, Hawkmoth was just very smart that season. Felix is very tricky, and it's not her fault she couldn't tell the difference. Like, yeah, so that's that. Reason number 2 why it was infatuation. Marinette hardly ever seemed like she was in love with Cat Noir. It was mostly just about, oh my gosh, he's so strong. Oh my gosh, his suit, like, or what in that one episode when they swapped calmies, it was just, wow, your face looks really good, or wow, you're in great shape, or wow, your eyes match really good with the red. It was never like his personality. I can remember one episode where she was talking about his personality, and that was the episode where Alia was, Antigua was kind of like calling her Delulu because she was a little delusional. And she was talking about how he was funny and charming. But that's not all Cat Noir is. And it just seemed like it was so rushed. She just wasn't in love with him. She was acting like she was, but she wasn't. And I wouldn't even call that a crush, really. It was just infatuation. And also, why she was not in love with Cat Noir, the feelings went away so fast. It felt like Marinette and Cat Noir had that one episode where they kissed, which, oh my gosh, I love that. But yeah, they kissed. They went on like a little date. And after that, Cat Noir rejected her. And she was like, maybe I'm doomed just not to find love. Cool. Oh my gosh, another reason why it was just infatuation. And that Marinette was using him to get over Adrian. Okay? And that fact right there, she was like, oh my gosh, I'll never find love. She was just looking for someone to move on to. And in the exact same episode, she was telling Alia, I can't be in love with Adrian because of XYZ. So I can love Cat Noir instead. I can use him as a replacement, which isn't what she said, but it's what she's implying. She was not in love with Cat Noir. What irks me, like what makes me so awesome mad about this, is like a few episodes later, she was back to Adrian, which proves my point. She was just using Cat Noir to move on. And there was just this one little scene where it was like, oh my gosh, she still cares about him. They were all coming up with a plan to defeat Hawkmoth. And Marinette was like, oh, I hope Cat Noir is okay. Of course you do. That's your partner that you're infatuated with and you're not in love with. But yes, Marinette never loved Cat Noir. It was a crush. If you would even call it that, it was infatuation. Reason number 3 why the love score was never reversed is Adrien and Marinette's love felt like plot devices. Like I said, oh, that's how it was. Adrien went from like laughing at Marinette's joke, thinking she's cute, which is like a crush, to, oh my gosh, I'm in love with this girl. And yes, while I know that he did get over Ladybug, and I completely understand why, like season 4 actually showed that development of him getting over Ladybug, which is great. They did amazing on that. They just needed to slow Adrien's love because of the way they moved it so fast. It felt like they just needed it to have conflict with Hawkmoth and Marinette, to have the conflict at the end with Marinette crying, etc. And it just felt like something to move it along. Like they didn't have any other ideas for that season. Adrien's, like, it just felt like a plot device. And so did Marinette's. Now, another thing I didn't talk about was in that one episode where the principal got akumatized. And, oh, my kitty wants me. But anyway, yeah, the principal shot that jubilation thing at Ladybug and Cat Noir. And they both had a dream where they were, like, in love and whatever. And that, okay, this is off topic, but I loved how that was also, like, Cat Noir feeling like, oh my gosh, I can never be with Ladybug. It's always just a fantasy. And Ladybug started getting feelings from that, which I can understand partially. But again, how does Marinette go from that to being like, oh my gosh, this is, maybe I actually do like Cat Noir because I enjoyed this feeling. You don't go from that to love. You know what I'm saying? So Marinette's feelings just felt like a plot device for her to move on from Adrien and add drama, and just to like Cat Noir, just to add drama to the story. Which is, yes, Miraculous Ladybug is about romance and action, but like mostly romance. But to just force something like the love squared, which we have been waiting for a long time, just for Marinette to just poof move on like that, it just felt like they needed them to like each other quicker so they can flesh out season 5 and get on with it. Like, it felt like they only did this crush thing so they can get it over with and rush it so they could continue the season. So yes, Marinette was never in love with Cat Noir. Adrien's feelings was rushed. It was never reversed. Okay, something I'm also going to talk about, because Adrien's feelings, while they were rushed, they weren't as rushed as Ladybug's. So I'm not going to lie. If they just kept Adrien's, well, they have to keep it. Like, they can't change it. But I would be happy with the way Adrien started to like Marinette, because of season 4, there were a lot of things that I saw like, oh my gosh, he's actually starting to like this girl, you know? But Ladybug's, no. Hers was completely rushed. She was not in love with this cat. It was infatuation. 4th reason why the love score was never reversed is it was one-sided. It wasn't a reverse, like Marinette, Cat Noir likes Marinette. No, it was one-sided. Adrien fell for Marinette, and Marinette was just infatuated with Cat Noir. It was never love. It was never reversed the way it was needed to, I guess, or was intended to. I actually did scrap the 5th reason because it was something I already talked about. But this is what they should have done instead. They should have had Adrien slowly, even in season 5, slowly build up to liking Marinette. Because yes, we do want them to like each other, but the thing is, because they dragged it on for 4 years, and now it's just like a sudden flip to love, it's just rushed. So they should have fleshed it out more in season 5, Adrian's Feelings. And by the end of season 5, they could have confessed. There could have just been a lot more drama, a lot more stakes, because season 5 as a whole just felt rushed. Oh my gosh, I could talk about that too. And Marinette, especially Marinette. Season 5 just should have been a build-up from crush to love, not just crush, slut in love in like 8 episodes. No. But yes, that's all for this episode. The love score was never reversed. I don't think so, like, at all. But that's all for this video. I'm excited to watch the next episode of season 6. And, oh my gosh. I just love chatting about this stuff, especially when the writing feels off. Oh my. I could just go on and on about it. But that's all for this one. Peace out, my fellow feathers.